Yeah.
It says.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So we are coming back from San Diego. We are actually having a travel party tomorrow at Dr. John's office at 7 p.m. So definitely invite your peeps to come out. And then also, let me move this. We also have our back-to-back run featuring NMD Calvin Phipps, Friday, November 22nd. So this is going to be at Emeryville. Reps are $5, and then your guests go in for free. So we just had a successful one with Hariatu last week in Sassoon. So I highly encourage you guys to invite anyone you can to come see this man, so that way they can really see how successful he is with the business and how much trips he's been on to. It's just a great culture for all your people to come and see. We also have our Teams Giving, our very, very first annual Teams Giving, November 26th, next week on Tuesday at Dr. John's office. So you guys can just bring your favorite dish to share, so everyone can have a piece of what you're bringing. Next one is RTE. So it's about 3 weeks until RTE, December 7th. So right now, you guys, go to your wveventreg.com website to purchase your tickets. Right now, they are $50, but if you do wait until the day of and pay at the door, it's actually going to be $60 cash. Definitely don't want to do that. So this is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Again, we have Tony Lugugio and Donna James coming out. You guys definitely don't want to miss this event, just because these two are literally, they could be anywhere in the world, but they're going to be here with us in San Jose to pour into us and teach us the ins and outs of how to do this business, especially in the season that we're coming up, and just the exciting things that are happening already, but more to come in 2020. And we also have our Team Unstoppable Christmas party happening in Stockton. So attire is semi-formal. We wear WV colors, white and blue, so that'll be super fun. We have a lot of games happening. We have a lot of raffles. It's just going to be a really, really fun time with friends that turn into family with World Adventures. Raffle, drawing games, dance, karaoke. We also have White Elephant, $50 per entry. And then at Momentum, if you guys have not registered yet, do it now. Go to www.wveventreg.com. It's $149 right now. Normally it's $300, but if you really want to start making big money with this and you want to lead from the front, then you guys have to purchase your tickets. So then the people on your team will then follow you and end up going to Momentum also. It's going to be super fun. Momentum was actually my very, very first training event, and it blew my mind. And imagine how it would be for you, first timers, or for anyone on your team that has yet to come to an event. So some wins for this week. My girl Margarita that I met on Instagram, this is her and her son, she decided to plug in, purchase her first training ticket event to Momentum. She's coming all the way from Vancouver, Canada. And so if this woman who has no access to any training events in Canada can find a way to come out to one that's near us, then you guys have no excuse not to purchase a ticket already. And if you haven't, and she already bought her ticket, then you need to take action right now and purchase your ticket. And also, we have Miss Brittney, all the way from Hawaii. She's actually going to be, she's here with us right now. And girl, I just want to say thank you so much for even giving our team the time to really hear your story. You're a powerhouse, and I cannot wait to even go dive into more of how you were even reignited to come back to the business, start doing this thing. So for you guys that are on here, I'm really, really happy that you guys decided to hop on, because you definitely don't want to miss this call. And if you get anything from this call, it's one thing: how to run your business and how you can start from scratch again. And so, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and dive into it. We also, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay, stop share. All right, Brittney, can you hear me? Is it good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you guys for having me on here.
No, thank you. So, guys, her and Ryan are like about to do a travel party, but you can already see that they have other leaders that are willing to be in there for their place, to take their place right now. And they're here just to pour into us, to really give us an idea of how they're running business in Hawaii, which is a really, really comfortable place to really just like enjoy the weather, the beaches, and how they're able to actually even stick through how beautiful their place is, but yet still build the business as beasts. And Brittney, again, thank you, girl, so much for hopping on. So I do have some questions, and I know I sent you some of them, but just tell us, you know, where you're from, how old are you, everything, and just how World Ventures was introduced to you.
So I am 25 years old. I'm currently an X-ray tech. I actually saw this about 3 years ago. So at the time, I was 22 years old. I had just finished college a year after when I saw it. I saw it a year after I finished college. So it wasn't too long after that I got in, but 22 years old, I was just a new X-ray tech. And on top of that, I was going to school still. I was still getting my MRI degree. So I was still a full-time student at the same time. You know, and yeah, so it was a crazy start. My auntie and my uncle, they called me up. They drove me out to this, you know, this really, I don't want to say ghetto, but this really bad place of Hawaii. And I was freaking out because I was like, where the heck are we going? Like, this is crazy. The sun is going down. What am I getting myself into? But out of all of it, you know, like, it was the best decision that I made in my life that night. So it was just a great beginning for me. I don't regret, you know, starting when I did. I locked my position in when I did, and it all happened for a reason.
Dude, that's crazy. That's awesome. It's crazy how God works and just how everything just was. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Are we good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry.
Okay.
I think I'm lagging. I think it's lagging a little bit, but yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. And the fact that you just trusted the person that shared this with you, and now you're here, and so now you're inspiring other people. And so, real quick, what made you decide to come back to World Ventures and actually start building the business, like for real, for real?
Yeah, so 2016 was when I got started, like I said, but I didn't start building my business until January. And that was because, you know, I got in a really dark place in my life. You know, like I said, I was a full-time student. I was a full-time X-ray tech. In that 2-year time period, I had 2 knee surgeries out of 3 in total. So I was really, I felt very beat down as a person, and I was losing myself. I was losing my self-esteem. I got into a really, really dark place. And, you know, actually it's a year ago. It happened today. November 5th actually was the day that I almost like offed my life. Like, I'm being completely transparent with you guys right now, but that was when I nearly just like cut off my life. And thank God, you know, someone was there to stop me. But after that situation, I had to reflect, you know, like, what is going to make me happy? And I was like, traveling has always made me happy. I have something in my back pocket. I'm not even using it. So then I you know, went ahead and I booked my Momentum tickets. And my auntie, my uncle, they're actually my sponsor. I had texted them, "You're going, right?" And had no idea they weren't going to go Momentum this past January. And they were so surprised that, you know, I was so stagnant for 2 years, and yeah, from this past January, just because, you know, I got so down in a dark place that I just wanted to change my life, because I knew that I was going anywhere fast, and to places that I did not want to go. So I knew that I had to change my life for the better. So that was what pretty much fueled my fire to get me back into World Ventures.
That's crazy. And thank you so much for being transparent with us, because, you know, outside, am I lagging?
Yeah.
Okay. Outside looking in, it's like, wow, it's just like, wow, she just ran super fast out of nowhere. But really, what's going on the inside is definitely much more powerful than what we see. Because, you know, people, they put up a front. They're like, oh, yeah, you know, this is great. But, you know, like you said, the results that you have now, it didn't come overnight. You were willing to go through hell and back, literally, to be where you are now. And that's a great testimony for all of us and for anyone who's like feels like in their rut, because when you share that story with us, it's like, wow, I shouldn't even be complaining.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It gives me the perspective, like I should not be complaining about where I am in life because people have it worse. And so thank you for that. That's super powerful. And I'm literally like speechless right now. Thank the Lord that you're here. He gave you a purpose. He allowed you to see why you're still on earth. He gave you a second chance, and girl, you're definitely working that second chance right now and affecting other people. That's awesome. So real quick, how do you specifically determine who to work and build with, especially in Hawaii?
So I work and I build with everybody. You know, I give everybody the equal opportunity. You know, I give everybody the same amount of information, but who I'm going to run with is the people who's going to constantly, you know, call me and pretty much reach out to me the most. You know, I'm going to run with the runners, basically. I'm not going to treat any of the rest of them different because everybody builds at their own pace. And that was something that I had to learn along the way, is that some people slow, some people build fast. But, you know, you got to put most of your energy with the people who are building fast. So that's what I learned. And, you know, I actually have someone on my team who's a runner, and he's the one who's calling me, you know, where can I find this on the back office? I have a meeting on this day. Can you come and back me up? And sometimes he doesn't even call me for meetings. So I love that. And, you know, like I'm going to help him and focus my energy on helping him get whatever goals he wants to hit, because, you know, he wants it just as much as I want it for him. So I build and I work with everybody, but I'm going to put more energy with those who want it bad enough for themselves. That's going to reach out to me and, you know, get their goal themselves.
Beautiful. That's literally well said. And trust me, in the beginning, it was kind of on and off for me. But the keywords that you said, you will help him. Good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, the guys are just telling me they can't hear me. Okay. But anyways, the key words that you were saying, I will help him get what he wants, is key. Because most reps that come into the business, they're like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I'm going to connect on your phone.
No, you're okay.
Okay. You're good? Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, because most people, they want it more for the other person than the other person wanting it more for themselves. And it's key because what you said, you're spending time with people who actually want it. And so those are the people we want to work with. We don't want to work with the person who's just sitting, not doing anything. And if we have to reach out to them constantly, it's like, man, we can use our time and effort towards another person who really wants it.
Yeah. So I mean, for me in my situation, I was stagnant for 2 years. And, you know, my Auntie Marla, she would reach out to me here and there, you know, but she wasn't focusing her energy on me because she knew I wasn't building. But, you know, I was watching from a distance and I was watching her success. So, I mean, you still want to reach out to the people who's not doing, but you're not going to put all your energy towards them. They can see you, obviously, like, Facebook and what you're doing, and you just gotta love them where they're at. That's what I had to learn. Just love them where they're at, whether it's a fast pace or a slow pace. Just love them where they're at. Either way, they're going to be watching you, and you got to set that example for them.
Yes. And along with that too, Terry, he always says, love them and lead them. I kid you not. I heard that.
Yeah,
phrase.
I love that. Terry says that. I love that.
I heard that phrase about 15 times, and it didn't hit me until a couple months ago when my husband and I are directors. Because it's difficult to love people where they're at, because it's like, why aren't you doing anything? But it's not our job to be frustrated, but it's our job to see them where they're at, love them, but also look into their strengths instead of in their weaknesses.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, I
Well
love
said,
that.
Brittney. That's awesome. I love your story, and I love that we have the time to really dig deep into it, because you tell your story like it's a quick 30-second testimony, but really it's like probably about
Yeah.
an hour
Uh-huh.
to really digging deep into it.
Yeah.
So I know you're in Hawaii, and Hawaii is so beautiful. I love it. So what does your everyday routine look like? I know sometimes you may be lazy one day, or you just don't feel like it, but what do you do to constantly just push yourself every day to keep doing what you said you would do?
I'm sorry. Oh, you kind of broke up. Push through.
Okay, no, it's what does your everyday routine look like, even though maybe if you're tired or if you feel like you don't want to do anything? What do you do
Oh,
on
okay.
a daily basis?
So, when I'm not being productive, well, Ryan is a great support. So he always wants to go to the gym, or he always wants to go and hike and do something fun, you know. But when we're actually doing the business side, I actually focus in on my list. So Eric G was just here on our back-to-back run. He hit some great pointers. So I'm starting to rebuild my list here and there, and I've been trying to reach out to at least 5 new people a day. And my goal right now is to pretty much try and get one person a week at least. So
Nice.
I've gotten one last week and the one before that. So that's been my focus. And daily routine as far as the business, I always check up on, you know, my team and see where they're at and see what meetings we have for the day. We have like we have a month-to-month calendar. So we know where the open travel parties are. We know who's having a one-on-one where, who needs support, and all of that. So my daily routine, I always, you know, follow up with my team and see, you know, where needs support, where can I be at this time or that time.
Nice.
Yeah. We try and put some fun in there, but for the most part, it's mostly business. And then Ryan, you know, he always wants to push me to go to the gym. But I'm like, but we have to go and do this. So I'm always trying to get out of the gym. But yeah, we try and put a little bit of fun in our routine. But aside from that, you know, I have been on a trip every single month this year, except for September. So we're actually about to go to Maui. So I'd say that's my fun. But aside from that, you know, I'm constantly trying to build up and try and hit the next rank by momentum. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Wait, when are you going to Bali?
What was
Oh,
that?
Maui. You said Maui or Bali?
Maui.
Maui. I
Oh,
was like,
that's crazy that
Bali?
you said Bali, because Ryan actually wants to take me to Bali next month for my birthday. So that's crazy that you just said Bali. Maybe
I
that's a
heard
sign that we
I
need to
heard
go there.
Bali. Oh my goodness. I was like, dang, gold.
No, maybe that's a sign. I think that's a sign that we should actually go to Bali.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
funny.
Ryan. Just kidding. No, but dude, that's awesome. I really like Hawaii's work ethic. You guys really have that mental and self discipline. You already know
Mm-hmm.
self discipline is universal, and you bring it
Yeah.
wherever you are. And you know, I learned too that inspiration. I learned that inspiration and motivation shouldn't be your only companions. It's your rituals, your daily habits is what's going to put yourself into action to start doing things even if you don't want to. And what I learned too is, you guys I'm sure you've heard of it. You act your way into feelings instead of feeling your way into action. And that's
I like that.
exactly,
I've never heard
yeah.
that. That's a great way to put it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, no, that's exactly what you guys are doing. And
Uh-huh.
we hear things all the time, but when you hear it more often, is that one time it just hits
Mm-hmm.
you. And so I really respect your
Yeah.
guys' hustle out there. And you guys, it's hard to live out there. I meet other people from other parts of Hawaii that are building that are not part of the team, but they're like, man, Team Unstoppable is blowing it up. And like, oh, Hawaii is going, the charts. Okay, sorry, it's going in and out, but that's awesome. And keep it
Yeah.
up, because we're watching on Facebook. We're always talking about you guys, especially Tara and Ray. We're like, dang, they just put someone in again. That was like 5 minutes ago. And it's like,
Yeah.
man, you're killing it. Okay. And then so real quick, what has been the biggest challenge or challenges for you in your business, and how are you overcoming it?
Personally, for myself in building the business, I had to go through the challenge of, getting everybody's acceptance and getting everybody's approval. So that was what pushed me to, you know, my breaking point ending of last year, because I was always seeking for someone's approval, and I put myself on such a high standard and high expectation for myself. So that was something that I had to get over. I had to get over seeking everybody's approval. And, you know, I did the colors test and I was actually starting off, I was actually like a blue yellow. And as the months went by, I turned into a red green. So this company has definitely molded me and changed me into becoming a better leader and getting over that challenge of seeking everybody's approval. Because if you do that, there's no way that you can build this business. Honestly, like if you're constantly worrying about what people are going to say about you and if they're going to say no to you, it's going to bombard you. And you know, that was what my start was. When I joined in 2016, I had a couple travel parties, and like about members, I had a huge travel party. 40 of them said no off the bat. I had another travel party with about 10 to 15 of my best friends. They all said no. So, you know, that really ate at me, because I was at that point where I was still seeking approval, still seeking acceptance from others, and I kind of just shied away from the business. And, you know, I just said, I have too much things to worry about. I can't focus on it right now. And that was something that I had to get over. I had to get out of my comfort zone in order to build the business. And you know, the trainings, they really helped with that process in personal development as far as building too.
Mic drop. That's great, and I'm happy that you're speaking it to all of us, because girl, I've been down there too. It's just like it's in our subconscious. We're like, oh, if I mess up, people are gonna think that I don't know how to do it, or like even being so self-conscious of also being self-conscious of what you look like, how you speak, and you just feel like a lot of people just won't accept you for who you are. And coming to this business, especially with personal development, and the people, like, they don't care how we look or how we speak, but also they just accept us for who we are, of where we are, and how they can build us up to be that leader. Because although some people are born leaders, and sometimes, you know, people aren't born leaders, but everyone has a chance to grow and learn to become a leader. And that's the beauty of this business. And that's exactly what you went through. Like what Marcus said, for those who are at the view, you were forged, you were uncomfortable, because of that, you're where you are now. Wow, I love you. You're so, oh my gosh, you're such a powerhouse. You're bomb. I love it. We need more girls. Literally.
Thanks, sis.
Okay. So now that we're talking about personal development, how important is personal development in creating an environment for success?
Personal development is extremely important. So I'm always trying to make myself better, and you know, the trainings really help with that, but I'm trying to look more away from negativity as well. So I think holding me back then was all this negative strain that was coming from daily, you know, my daily surroundings. And I learned that I had to get away from that. So I actually left the job that was burdening me for 4 years. Man, and ever since I left that job and all of the negativity that came with it, extremely important, I think, especially as a leader, and you know, to create an environment for success as well. Like, I think you have to have the mindset to actually get success. So if your mindset is not there, you won't get success. And you know, if you don't get your goals, you won't get success as well. So to create an environment for success, I always like to say, let's start with small goals. So that's why I always tell my team, like, they're like, oh, I want to hit director, you know, and then they're like 3-star rep. So I actually have someone that's like that, and I'm like, okay, hold on, let's be, you know, someone who checks off their list and be, you know, people that achieve their goals. So, you know, let's start with getting you 2 personals this week. Let's start with getting this week. So, you know, starting off at really small goals so that you can actually say that you're successful. You're successfully hitting your goals, and creating that environment for your entire team as well. And, you know, setting the small goals for yourself as well. So, yeah, personal development, if you don't have it, you will not be successful. Bottom line.
Yep. I ditto that. And
Yeah.
along with that too, what you said about small goals. For those who are on the call, yes, it's great to have big goals. It's great to say like, oh, I want to hit IMD. And you guys heard it before. It's like you don't hit IMD, you become the rank. And that's exactly how it is for you, Brittney. Like the way you're speaking right now, it's like you are a director and you will become marketing director with your work ethic, your self-discipline, your mental state as well. And talking about small goals, it's great to have that because you can actually see yourself
Oh, thank
hitting
you,
it.
sis.
It's not too far for you to hit it. And we always have to celebrate small wins. And it's okay that you don't hit it. But what we've learned from Terry this past Saturday that we were in San Diego, he said, if you make a goal and you tell everybody and you don't do anything to hit that goal, you've lost respect, you've lost credibility because you said you would do it, but you didn't. And, you know, we always watch what people do instead of what people say, because people can do all talk all they want. But if you talk and back it up with action, then you're a person of your word.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's awesome. So we're coming to an end, probably like 3 more questions. So you were talking about the events, how you decided Momentum was your first event, right?
Yes.
And
This
then
past
now
January.
and then it's almost been a year since you attended your first event. That's crazy how time flies.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Momentum was my first one also. My very, very first one in Arizona, and we're going back to Arizona next month or next month. So how have the
Cool.
events impacted
Yeah.
your life and your business, and why are they so important to attend? And if you could help promote the December 7th RTE also, why it's important for people to even go to a regional training event, even if they haven't gone to their first national.
Of course. So training events, they're super important because, you know, like I said, we are constantly surrounded by negativity. And when we go to these events, it pretty much charges us up. It gives us fuel to our fire to go ahead and, you know, do this business even more. So like they say, we build from event to event because that's why the events are essentially there. They're there to put, you know, charge us back up and, you know, fuel to our fire. And I think that it's extremely important. You know, even when I was stagnant, I would still try and attend RTEs, which is pretty crazy, but I would go for just a half a day. And even half a day, I was like, okay, you know, it would fill me up just a little bit. And that's part of the reason why I stuck around for 2 years. So the crazy thing is I paid my monthly fees for 2 years, guys. Like, my membership fees and my business fees. So for 2 years, and I was a platinum member. So I
Wow.
paid that and I continued to pay that. And I went to, you know, some RTEs here and there, and it still kept my mind going. Like, I can do this. You know, every single time I went to an RTE, I was like, I can do this. I can do this. You know, it fueled me up just enough to keep me in. If I did not go to these events, like, and I'm telling you right now, like, I went for literally half a day before I went to Momentum this past January. Half a day, because that's all I could give, because I would have to go to work either in the daytime or in the afternoon. So I literally went for just a couple hours, and that's literally all you need. If you have a tight schedule like I had, like, a couple hours is all you need to just get a little bit of, you know, charge back into you. And that's, you know, RTE, that's why it's there, and I promote it. Everybody should go. And if it wasn't for that, I would not be here. And Momentum as well, Momentum is just amazing. That was my first event. I went to all the events this year, and I still say that that was the most incredible event that I went to, probably because it was my first, but I just loved it. It really jumpstarts you for the year. It sets the pace for the entire year. Everybody should also go to Momentum. It's a whole different environment. If you've never gone to a national event before, it's just gonna change your life. Like, literally, it changed my life, like, forever. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to be that same person, and I thank God that I'm not. Like, it was not only mental breakthrough for the business, but it was also spiritual breakthrough for me. Sorry, I might cry again. But I actually went to Terry service that Sunday morning, so it was so much more than just breakthrough for my business. It was spiritual breakthrough as well. And they say that I had a divine appointment, which I believe I did as well. So I feel like everybody should go. It's really life-changing for all the events. Just build from event to event, get charged back up, and go and do it. Like, kill the business. Let's go.
Amen, sister. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. That's such a powerful. Can you hear me now? Good. Okay. I was saying, it's great that you're able to come from a place where you've gone through so much, but you know how to get out of it. And when the next person comes into your business, okay, and when the next person comes into your business, you know exactly what to do when they do hop in. And to add on what you were saying about the event, even though you only showed up for X amount of time, you still found a way to show up. And I learned from Ed Milet, when you do something for a long period of time, but you do it constantly and consistently each and every single day, and you're just so hungry for more, there's going to be a compound effect. There's going to be that hit that's just going to hit you out of nowhere, and you're just be like, oh, wow, I'm fired up, I'm charged up. And that's exactly what happened to you. Because most people, even though they're like, oh, I can only go for an hour or two, they just blow off the whole thing. And so your story of wanting to still go because you were so hungry to want more out of life. And I truly believe that if you didn't decide to do that and you didn't have that support system from your team and just that hunger to want more, then you wouldn't be anywhere. You would probably be the same, or maybe not have as much growth as you want because you didn't show up to events. And on the audios, Eric Grisbowski, he also says, that, or no, David Peach also, he said, everyone on stage, everyone who has achieved success in the company, hitting the next level, they all achieved it because they went to training. There's not one trainer, not one person who did not go to training and was not successful. Like, training is key and it's essential for everyone's success if they want more in the business. And so, Brittney, how is your run to marketing director looking like today?
So I wanted to hit marketing director by momentum. So I counted, we have 67 days. And right now, you know, I'm trying to mostly work with my team and getting them ranked up and hitting their goals. But as for myself, like I said, I'm still trying to put in personals. Like, I put in a personal last week and I put in a personal the week before. So I'm still, you know, flipping my cards. I'm still constantly trying to find people that, you know, is going to blow it up even more for me. I'm still trying to find people who is going to see the vision as well as I see the vision. So I'm putting in the work as well as I'm helping my team out. You know, it is a team effort, but like Eric G said, right? You can't expect your team to outwork you. So whatever they're doing, I'm trying to match it constantly. And I feel like whatever I'm doing right now is gonna help me to get marketing director with the support of my team, and likewise.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, good. She can hear me. But anyways, no, that's great. It's good that you know exactly what you're going to do, especially because Terry also says you need to know dates, you need to know numbers, you need to know how many personals you need per week, because without that, you know, a goal without a plan and a day is just a wish. And we don't wish for things here. And things have to be on point, immediate, and it's great that you're doing that for your team, because your team will only do what you do. And your team trusts you. And again, your words have stickiness to it. You say you'll do it and you do it. And that's why you have respect from us. You have respect from Team Unstoppable. So many people, they're just so inspired from you. And so can you just tell us real quick, just to wrap it up, your run from senior up to director, like, what did you do? What was your mindset that you hit director 2 weeks after senior rep? Like, what? Oh my goodness. I remember we were going wild. We're like, what? She just hit senior rep. And now she's
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody was just freaking mind blown because I think I went senior rep 1 week, and then the next week I hit 60-60, and then the next week I was director. It was a crazy run, but you know, I could not have done it without the support of Ryan, because Ryan was just like, he was like, we're gonna get you there, we're gonna get you there, and you know, the support of the rest of my team. But we broke down my numbers, so especially like what Terry said, what she just said, you have to set your dates, set your numbers. So that's exactly what we did. We said, okay, the promo was going on at the time. We were like, okay, this is when it ends. This is how much we need to get you there, and this is the amount of time that we have. So we were like, 2 weeks to get this amount of people. It was just madness. We were going like berserk. Like I don't even know. I think there was one day that we did like 5+ meetings in one day. It was just like meeting. Ryan was doing a meeting here and I was doing it somewhere else. It was just crazy. We were doing at-home travel parties, and it was basically off of my, you know, that goal. Like, we had to do it. This was our end date, and this is, you know, where we started, and there was no in between. I was like, I'm gonna get here, and that's what happened. I can't even believe that happened myself. But basically, you know, I think bottom line was being consistent with my team. So that's what I noticed really fired them up. I was constantly treating every single person that we put in, whether they or not, I was treating them like my personals, and I was constantly texting them, congratulations on the growth of your team. Congratulations on the growth of your team. I was being consistent with every single one of them. And they were like, wait, what? I didn't do any work. And I was like, yeah, congratulations. I was like, when are you ready to start, you know, your travel party? Or when is your next meeting? Let's get people, you know, your people in. You know, like, I was constantly, you know, doing that with them just to, you know, congratulations. And it fired them up. And I was being consistent with them every single day. And I was like, let's go. When's your next meeting? Like, I was a little bit maybe like too fired up, but it worked. It got me to my goal, and it was consistency, recognition, you know, and, you know, helping them, you know, succeed as well. So, you know, when they got their people were fired up because they were like, oh, she got her 4 so fast. And then, you know, so on and so forth. So getting people wins sooner rather than later, it fires it up like crazy. And you'll just have like this huge like team, and you're just like, how the heck did that happen? And it was just amazing. That was just a great run. I don't even remember sleeping, but it was all worth it in the end.
Yeah, that's what it takes. And it's crazy how powerful belief is, right? You had the belief that you were going to do it despite what will happen, despite the tiredness, despite, oh, I don't feel like doing it, despite all the meetings all at once. Like, you can get tired from all of that, but you pushed through. Yeah. You were resilient. You had that determination. You had that fire in you. For a short person, like, oh my goodness, it's so great to see someone just come out of nowhere. And you were like the news on Team Unstoppable, especially on Facebook. And, you know, you continue to inspire us each and every single day. And your work ethic, like I said, it's crazy. But, you know, the power of consistency, the power of really believing in yourself that you can do it will take you very far. And you already have that instilled in you, and you're then sharing it with other people on your team. And, you know, Ryan is on the call too. And I would love if Ryan, if you can just, you know, reflect on the growth that Brittney has undergone, and just how proud you are, and just to be able to, you know, be with someone. I mean, you guys are together, but really build the business together too. Like, what are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm super excited for her, and I'm super proud of her, because it wasn't me. Like, she is a powerhouse in herself, and she is definitely a leader, and I actually learned from her a lot of stuff too. So congratulations, Brittney. And, you know, the run, I mean, you wanted me to kind of like go over what again? Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's just like, what were your thoughts? How were you able to help her, to inspire her and motivate her to do this with you? Because I know you guys did like 5 meetings per day, but like, just being able to see her step into that leadership position, that you allowed her to step into to hit marketing, or hit director?
I mean, Brittney honestly naturally already has that leadership quality in her. So I think that's what attracted me into her, because I was like, man, this girl like has a lot of like great qualities and stuff, and I thought she had her life together, which she does. But I think just kind of like going back to when we was running, for me, motivating her, like it was just easy. I mean, we just had the same goals and stuff, and my goal was to actually help her to hit director, because she was in a place where I heard you heard she wanted to, and so I just wanted to help her. And that's what I love about this business, is because we can literally grab somebody where they really want it for themselves, and because we are personal developed ourselves, we can go and inspire and motivate and actually like pull people to greatness, to their greatness, and pull their potential out. And so I'm so glad that I was 6 years in already to have the knowledge and skills to help somebody, and we're gonna do that day after day, month after month, year after year with this concept. And I'm so grateful for Dream Trips, World Ventures. Like it's a powerful thing. And like she said, when we was running, it was that we were texting every congrats. We weren't waiting for nobody. And if anybody was ready to run, literally we say right when they get started, who can we show right now? Because a fast start training is cool, but if we're gonna fast start and we never get to one contact, then what for do the fast start, right? So when you just challenge somebody and say, hey, who do you know right now? Because if they're ready to run and show somebody, I would rather show exposure than do the fast start, because you actually are gonna help them, get somebody, which is the hardest thing for somebody that's new, is to put somebody in front of you, right? So when they're first excited, like when they first get like they're the most moldable, and when they're excited, they can just do it, hit the iron while it's hot, right? So that was something that we were doing too, because we was crunch time, it was very urgent. We didn't have time. Like, if you really want it, let's go, like who can we show right now? And so I guess that was what we were doing. And I think the last day when we were trying to hit it, we put in like 10 platinums or 12 platinums, something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Because we're building so much urgency, and we were like, hey, we got all these apps, and then now we're doing that, we call it leveraging the app. And so we were like, hey, we got 5 apps right now, and we showed you, and you're on the fence. If you get in now, you're gonna have 5 people on your team. And so now we got the 6 app filled out, and we just did that for the next one. Hey, we got 6 apps filled out. We just leveraged the app because we had people already wanting to get in, but I mean they were kind of on the fence, and we just followed up with them and say, hey, we're gonna do this with or without you, in a way where it's like we're going. And I'm telling you, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, dude, like if you're gonna wait and still think about it, like we're going, like. And so I think it was just our excitement and the urgency, and us just leading the way, Yeah.
That's awesome. The fear of loss is powerful, super powerful.
Yep.
And the fact that you guys are allowing other team members, other reps know that this business will grow with or without you. And when you're in, it's actually really great. You guys can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. But yeah, the fact that,
Yeah.
because that's exactly what we do also, and it's so powerful. But it only works when you actually have people that really see it. But if not, then it doesn't really work like that. Also, the fact that you guys have each other, because that's what happened with Lorenzo and I. We had each other, and you were just like you're pushing other people. Guys, they can hear me. They can hear me. You guys have bad connection. But anyways, it's really good that you guys fire each other up, and it's good that you have a support system, because that's what your team needs. And when you show strength, of course they're gonna follow you. People follow strength, not weakness. And just to add on, just to wrap everything up, you know, just keep doing what you guys are doing, continue to inspire us. And, you know, if we ever need anything, of course, with the business, we'll help you guys, especially with Rapid Funnel. We've been using Rapid Funnel, and now that the year is ending, but we're coming out with, you know, we just came out with a Dream Giver card, and that's just going to change. Just a lot of things are going to happen, and we're ready for it. It's our time. Everyone is already, you know, the seed has been planted. Now we're just going to start reaping what we're sowing, and all it is just with consistency. And so I want to thank Brittney. Most importantly, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. And your story has now inspired me more than ever. I did not know those things, and I'm so happy that God placed all of us together right now. You know, I have friendship with you, Brittney. I can call you whenever, text you whenever. And Ryan, thank you so much for hopping on. Thank you for attracting Brittney. And I'm so happy that you guys are building this together. Let me know when the wedding is happening so we can come out maybe in Hawaii or something. But thank you guys so much for everything. But yeah, we'll send the recording because I recorded this, so we'll send it out to our Telegram, you guys. So for those who missed it, can take a look at it. But if anything, thank you guys. Have a great night. I really appreciate the both of you.
All right. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
All right. Time to get to the travel.